Our friends from Safe Harbor Financial are joining us once again on Studio 10. We have Jim Bird, Richard Lindsay, and Jim Roberts. Good to see all you guys.
Good to be here, Joe.
Well, thanks for being here once again. Now, gentlemen, today we're talking about the stock market and how to play the stock market and tips in today's economy. So, with the stock market on the rise, I'll start with you, Jim. Who is selling their stocks right now?
Well, Joe, you know, the stock market is unprecedented levels right now, and it's hard to believe that the stock market could actually crash again. But a lot of the billionaires, Warren Buffett and John Paulson, George Soros, are dumping their stocks right now. They're selling their stocks, and you want to know why. Why are they selling their stocks? Well, here's why. A leading economist, and I have to look at his name up here, man, is Robert Whittemire, wrote a best-selling book, Aftershock. He's saying that the market may crash as much as 90%.
Wow.
So, and the reason for that is that the government's printing money right now, you know, printing it out, and it's not even in circulation yet. But when that hits in there, and with massive inflation is going to cause, interest rates are going to rise, the real estate market's going to crash back down again, and the market's going to follow suit. Now, I don't know if the market's going down 90%, and I don't know if that's drastic or not.
That's according to his research.
Exactly. Right. But what I'm saying is the last one, 2008, we're just now recovering from that for my clients. My clients have to ask themselves this question: do I have enough time for the market to come back? And I don't think they do. And I think what they need to do is protect the portion of their money they need. The money they need to live on needs to be in something safe, sound, and protected. And that's where the annuities come in. And because there's no other choices right now, you can't go to CDs and money markets and savings accounts and make enough to survive, and the market's too volatile. So I look for the middle ground, and the annuities are the middle ground right now.
All right, so you talk to your clients about protecting their money, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know what are the tax implications of playing the stock market as well. They want to know how this all works out when it comes to doing those taxes. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure, Joe. Basically, you're looking at capital gains, long-term or short-term. If it's short-term, you're paying ordinary income rates. For long-term, we typically say the maximum capital gains rate's 20%. But that's not really quite true anymore, because depending upon your income level, you could be subject to the Obama surcharge tax. Okay. If your income is above $250,000, you sell some capital gains, so you could pay more than 20%. So the point is to look for it, plan it, so that you don't dump it all at once.
Yeah, and guys like you can help them do that planning and looking for those types of things as well. One other thing that people always want to know about is the stock market. That's money that you have. It's part of your assets. How do you pass that on? What legal documentation do you want to have when dealing with playing the stock market?
Well, there are a couple of things there. Most investment accounts that would be tax deferred have beneficiary designations on them, and you would want to make sure you not only named a primary beneficiary, but in case a spouse died, contingent beneficiaries. But you would also, on a non-taxable account, you could have a payable on death or terminable on death, where it's not truly a beneficiary, but it acts that way. And for other normal folks that haven't done the payable on death, you would either use your will to pass assets, or if you had your assets in a trust, you would use the trust beneficiaries to pass those assets. So there are a lot of options, but our advice is make sure you know where things are going and how they are going.
And I know a lot of people are concerned about this, but they don't know all the ins and outs. Like you guys have all the information on how they can do this. So you can always check out the folks from Safe Harbor Financial if you want some tips and advice, and they can help you plan for the future. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by Studio 10 today.
Thank you, Joe.